Greetings gamers, welcome back everyone to another Football Manager 2020 video with me Johnny, AccessEuphoria. Now, before we get started, if you are enjoying the content so far and want to see more, then please do drop a like, subscribe, and there will be plenty more of these tips, experiments and guides coming up over the beta, and then obviously we'll be getting stuck into our main series when the full game comes out on 19th of November, which I'm very, very excited for, guys, and hope you are too. Now, today's video is going to be probably a short one, but basically I generally always have these and I don't always really publish them, so I thought I would this time because I do get a few comments sort of saying, oh, where'd you get these views from? And basically I make them. So this is my transfer scouting view and my squad overview. Now, I will show you what I've got, how to import it, and basically why I've got what I've got in there. And then I will also basically have it linked in the description to where you can download it. And it probably will just be the Steam Workshop. I've not put it on literally as recording this, I'll be doing it afterwards. But hopefully it should just be a Steam Workshop, or there'll be some other way that you can get it, whether it's just a media file download or something. But basically, it's very, very simple to sort out and get installed. Now, the first one I'll show you is the scouting one. So I've just basically done a scouting video, which you might have seen on the channel a couple of days ago. So I did briefly mention it on there, kind of what it's about. But if we just kind of show you a few players in here, how I have it set is the first few columns are kind of like the generic bits. Knowledge level is really useful to see how much knowledge you got. So for example, this guy at 4%, if it's showing you like potential 5-star, you can take it with a pinch of salt because we don't know anything about this guy yet. So I always like to know a good knowledge level. Also sort of lets me sort of see who needs more scouting. So like these guys, I want to try and get them up to 100% or like 90%. I need to re-scout these guys again for a bit longer. Obviously your information, because you might see a few that are wanted and you can just click on them and go, ooh, Porto, that seems like a decent team. Maybe they're worth some looking at a bit closer. So again, that's kind of a decent one to have in there. Name, obviously just the name. Now I then have a separator just so you can kind of get rid of that. And this is the main bit though, really. Your recommendation, your ability and your potential. And it allows you just obviously to sort by these and see kind of what's going on and just kind of focus on that. Because generally that's all I'm really looking at. Find the good players, and then I start looking at the other stuff either side. These are the main columns. You then got positions. Obviously, you might be looking for a certain position. In there, you got max asking price, because it's always good to know the max asking price, or at least the scout's opinion of it. Because sometimes you might see one in there that's really low, and you're like, hang on, that's weird. How come it's only like 100 grand? And then you click on it, and the transfer list is for 100 grand, and you didn't even know it. So it's a decent one to look at. The minimum fees for foreign clubs, because again, I'm generally looking at foreign teams from my nation, so I'm going to be a foreign club. Minimum fee releases, I can get so many good players with minimum fees. And obviously the minimum fee release clause and the foreign club one are the main two that I have added. And again, a lot of these you might see like the odd one in for like 500 grand, and the guy's worth like 475. So like an extra 25 grand, you can get them for their minimum fee release. So it's a really useful one to have, because when the scouts have scouted them and you've got an idea of that. And the thing is, not all players have them, but a lot of players in sort of smaller clubs in decent nations generally have them as a way to obviously progress. So it's a really good thing to have on there so that you can sort of pick up some bargains. Because the thing is, you might see a player here that's like $1 million, and you're like, oh, it's probably going to cost me like $3 million to get this guy. But without you knowing, they might have a 1.1 million release fee. So it's worth knowing, guys. You then got asking price as well, similar to Trainer 4. You then got your clubs, nationality, because again, sometimes I need to sort of go, actually, I don't want to have an ex-nationality player because of certain rules, like foreign player rules or whatever. And also you can see the clubs, you might be sort of thinking, oh, actually, that's a decent club there. They're probably not going to join us. So you can already be kind of thinking in the back of your minds, if you're like comparing two players, you can sort of see where they are as well. Personality, always a decent one to know, because again, dodgy personalities you might want to take with a pinch of salt, or just at least be aware of in your decision making. Wages, a big one I use, because sometimes I'll be flicking through and I might go, oh, he's a really, really good player. Oh, he's on like 10 grand a week. Oh yeah, he's at Man United. Probably not going to want to join. Or sometimes it might be like, oh, they're on 2 grand a week at a big club. That's not too bad. I can offer him more wages. Or it just kind of helps you know what wages they're on. Sometimes on a low budget, that might be the be all and end all to you to kind of filter them out. Expires, contracts, again, just lets you know if someone's expiring soon, there's no point wasting loads of money on. Just wait for the contract to expire. Caps, international caps. Often I will sort by caps. You can see here that this guy's already got 2 international caps as a regen youngster. So he's obviously pretty decent if he's already getting to the Canadian first team squad. Not that Canada is like a world-beating club, but nation, but it's still something that might just kind of draw your attention to that player. Value, again, big value players, probably going to draw your attention. Like this guy, looking pretty decent. He's already worth £750,000 at a River in Argentina, so he's one to look at. And obviously age as well, you can sort of sort by the youngsters. So that's kind of the main things I've got in there. For installing it, literally, once you've got my view, go to custom views and you can import view. And literally, you'll then just choose my view, which will be AE Scouting Shortlist 2020 or FM20. I might have renamed it to actually. The squad view then is this one. And again, same thing, go to your custom, import view, and it's going to be the AE Squad View FM20. But in here, you've got your picked position. So if you've got them placed as, like goalkeeper, defender, and all that. Information, because you need to know if there's any sort of issues going on with them. They're obviously the name, position, so you can obviously sort them and see what positions they play, your condition and sharpness, and the morale. And then you've got your appearances, goals, assists, and play of the matches. They're the 4 key things I look at quite a lot in terms of sort of having a bit of a snapshot of how the season's going or how players are performing, who's delivering and things like that. Obviously, you can then dive into more detail about pass percentages, tackle percentages, shot on target percentages, all that kind of good stuff. You can go and look at them individually in sort of the stats and things like that. But obviously, we haven't played any games of this season, so I can't show you on the screen there. But this is just a good little snapshot of the key information. Last 5 games, again, nice little graph and sort of the coloured average rating. And then the season average rating as well, which is a really useful one to look at to sort of compare a few players just kind of quickly. And then you got your ability and potential. Because again, it's always good to sort of see who's kind of your players that have got potential. Because sometimes you might want to give them game time over a player that's got no potential because they're not really going anywhere. You then got your training rating. Is a good one I like to see because if you see any reds that are performing badly, before you even get that kind of training review, you can jump straight on it and kind of clear that out and also have an idea that you probably don't want to play them. Sometimes you might be between the kind of training review kind of notifications. So you can just jump on that and be like, nope, not playing you because you're not doing well at training. You're kind of sloping off a little bit, so you're probably going to slack off in the game as well. Age, obviously, is a good one. Value and wages kind of helps you knowing kind of who like key players are, especially if you join the club. But also tracking a player as they're growing. Like if you're at a small club and it's kind of growing up and you see a player like value really jumping, then it kind of tells you there's something going on at play in terms of he's really developing and you're probably going to have a few teams sniffing round and then you can have a quick look and sort of think, actually, let's say if it's on a few million quid at £925 a week, you probably want to change that. So it's a little snapshot so you don't have to keep continually clicking on all the players and going, ooh, how much do they earn again? You can get straight on it just by looking there on the end. And that's my 2 views, basically. So do let me know your thoughts on them. Obviously, if you want to change anything, then do go so. To add the little separators, you just right-click and go Add Separator, whether it's left, right, both, or none to get rid of it. And if you want to insert things, then basically what you want to do is go to the custom view, and then you want to manage the views or customize the current view, and that way you then can change various things. So you can put like acceleration in there, you can take out appearances, you can do whatever you want to do, and you can adjust it to your liking. Obviously, adjust the sizes by holding little arrows here and sort of moving them along and things like that. So there's full flexibility, but these are kind of ones I think are really important to have as a squad overview. You've got to remember, this is just literally a squad overview. You're not diving into the depths of everything right now, in terms of my opinion. That is where you actually physically go to that player and think, right, I want to look at all your stuff right here, right now. And the thing is, you can always make a separate one for pure key stats, and you can just flick between them. You can have this as your main one, which is what I'd recommend because you can see most of the stuff here in a snapshot. And then what I have done before, though, is make like a key one for like strikers, defenders, goalkeepers, and then you just click on it as and when you want to sort of review it. So like you can flick to the other one and go, right, goalkeeper overview. Let's see all the kind of goalkeeper stats. So there's various different things you can do with that. But these are my 2 key overviews, just so if you guys ever watch my content and wonder kind of where to get this view from, you can get it yourself. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.